Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and Secretary of State Marco Rubio will brief Congress on new strikes on 3 alleged drug boats in the Pacific, which happened yesterday. They killed 8 people. For more on this, let's bring in CBS News congressional correspondent Caitlin Huey-Burns. Caitlin, what are we expecting from those meetings today?
Hey, Vlad, it's great to see you. Well, remember, a couple of weeks ago, Admiral Bradley and the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, General Kane, were up here on Capitol Hill to brief select members of Congress, those with the highest security clearances, the top members of committees. Then we saw last week a briefing on the Venezuelan boat strikes for leadership on Capitol Hill. Well, today, we are going to see a wider briefing for all U.S. senators and members of Congress. And this comes, as you say, the news today, the headlines of the recent strikes. But what is at issue here on Capitol Hill is going back to that September 2nd strike, and particularly the second strike that was authorized in the 3rd and 4th, and the question of whether those who were on the boat, the survivors, how they were targeted, what the policy and strategy is. Remember, a lot of Democrats up here on Capitol Hill, most Democrats up here on Capitol Hill, have serious issues with the authorization of that second strike. Republicans had been very skeptical and critical of the policy, but then were assuaged during their respective briefings. So we'll see today what they are briefed about, if they are specifically shown classified video. That remains to be seen. But broadly, Congress wants to know, are we at war, and whether Congress can assert itself.
Excellent question there, Caitlin. So we'll be waiting to see what the results of those meetings are later today. Let me briefly turn to health care. As you know, the House is introducing the Lower Health Care Premiums for All Americans Act. What is it? What are the chances that it passes?
Yeah, this is the House Republican version of their health care plan. It essentially, first of all, I should note, it does not extend Obamacare subsidies, those tax subsidies that have been the heart of discussion over the past several months and the key to that shutdown strategy that Democrats waged. It does, however, include a couple of health care policies. One, it would allow small businesses to kind of pull together insurance policies. It also has some policy to address the high cost of prescription drugs. But Vlad, the bigger picture here is that we are in crunch time. This is the last week that Congress is in session for the year. And you know that by the end of this year, those healthcare tax subsidies will expire. Premiums are already going to go up in January. And it is unlikely, at least at this point, as we stand now, that Congress will be able to come together with some kind of bipartisan solution to address that, just given the time crunch and the lack of bipartisan consensus that we see. Now, what we're watching for this week is there are a group of moderate Republicans on the House side who do want an extension of those Obamacare subsidies, at least in the short term. So we'll see if there's anything to be worked out there. The Speaker has said that he might put forward an amendment on that, but we'll have to see what passes. Bottom line, to get back through the Senate would be a long haul.
That is for certain. Caitlin Huey-Burns for us. Caitlin, my friend, thanks.